Top 10 Most Expensive Electric Cars. Electric automobiles can reduce the entire cost of car ownership by slashing fuel expenses to pennies. For the most part, this is a good thing, but some individuals are willing to pay a little more for something a little more flashy. Number 10. Audi e-Tron GT price. $164,000. The Audi e-Tron GT and its Porsche Taycan cousin share a significant amount of DNA. The four-door electric sports vehicle has a dual-motor arrangement in its third generation, which is possibly the most thrilling thus far. With an overboost function that gives you 522 HP for 2.5 seconds, the overall output is a respectable 469 HP. If you choose the RS model, the Audi e-Tron GT's performance rises even more, with a 590 horsepower output and a 637 horsepower overboost. The torque is also 612 lb-ft, compared to 464 lb-ft on the RT variant. Although the entry-level e-Tron GT cannot compete with a Tesla Roadster or a Battista, you can't grumble too much when a vehicle can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 3.9 seconds. The RS model accelerates a fraction faster, reaching 60 miles per hour in 3.1 seconds from a standstill. The GT version has a range of 238 miles, while the more sporty RS has a range of 232 miles. The inside of the e-Tron GT is made up of synthetic suede and recycled materials rather than leather. A 10.1-inch touchscreen in the center console dominates the dashboard. A 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster is visible to the driver. The roof of the EV will be composed of carbon fiber reinforced plastic. Number 9. Porsche Taycan Turbo S price. $185,000. The Porsche Taycan is the world's first electrified Porsche. The Turbo S, which is the top of the line, is one of the fastest electric vehicles on the market today. The performance of the Porsche Taycan Turbo S is outstanding. With overboost, it produces 750 horsepower and can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 2.6 seconds. That's almost on par with the $1.7 million Bugatti Veyron supercar, which has 1,000 horsepower and can reach 60 miles per hour in 2.5 seconds. It can reach a top speed of 260 miles per hour, 418 kilometers per hour. The Taycan Turbo S's sole flaw is its limited driving range, which is currently rated at 206 miles, but that's more than enough to enjoy that sports car sensation. Number 8. Tesla Roadster price. $200,000. Teslas are widely regarded as high-priced vehicles, therefore their low ranking on this list is surprising. The next Tesla Roadster, which was unveiled in late 2017, and is now set for a 2022 release date, is currently the most expensive in the brand. This automobile is not just attractive, it also has the power to compete with many race cars, and it is reported to be faster than any street-legal production car to date. The Tesla Roadster will be able to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 1.9 seconds. Thanks to its 200 kilowatt-hour battery, 3 motors, and 7,400 pounds-per-foot torque, it can do all of this. It boasts a top speed of 250 miles per hour and a range of 620 miles thanks to the larger battery. This is unheard of in the world of electric vehicles. Those interested must be willing to pay at least $200,000 in order to participate. You may also acquire the Founders Series version for $250,000 if you have a lot of money lying around. Number 7. Lightning GT price. $300,000. We all want it to be true, but the Lightning GT has relaunched more times than Rocky, and it's due for another. We're not going to call it shenanigans just yet. Although developing a boutique vehicle firm is a difficult task, we hesitated to include it here because it appears to be vaporware. This car has to quit being launched and start being produced. In 2008, the British company released a traditional petrol-powered version of this vehicle. It has since developed into a diesel supercar and is currently an all-electric supercar. We just hope it's the final specification, and that we don't see a nuclear GT at any next auto events. Lightning claims to have two 22 kilowatt-hour lithium titanate battery pack strings that can be recharged in less than 10 minutes. It also has an integrated charger that can power the car completely in 5 hours. We suppose it's possible. You can technically order a Lightning, and you might be able to put down a substantial deposit on a $300,000 vehicle. However, just because you have the ability to does not mean you should. Number 6. Rolls-Royce 102EX price. $500,000. Yes, the 103EX has already been revealed by Rolls-Royce, but it isn't a car. It's a futurist's vision of how transportation could be. The electric Phantom, on the other hand, is a viable option. Even though it insists it will not produce the vehicle, Rolls-Royce has already developed one and given journalists access to it. However, this is the future of the world's most opulent automobile manufacturer. traditional workmanship combined with electric propulsion. It's a unique combination of old and new that might become Rolls-Royce's selling point. It is not necessary to follow the herd in order to develop a science fiction program on wheels. Because the company's calling card is its heritage, it must produce and sell cars that look just like this. Expect nothing groundbreaking. The renowned British company has essentially replaced the V12 petrol engine with a battery pack and motor that provides 290 kilowatts and a range of 124 miles. But this is a Rolls-Royce, so it doesn't need to be fast. It must travel in complete stillness, with the Lord of the Manor reading a newspaper in the back and Jeeves driving. Number 5 Mercedes-Benz SLS Electric Drive Price: $550,000. Although the electric Mercedes sports car was briefly produced, there are very certainly fewer than 20 of these plug-in SLSs in private hands. So you can either write it off as a failure or start looking for one because it could be worth a lot of money in the future. The SLS, like the Rimac, has an electric motor for each wheel with a total power output of 740 horsepower. It also has a powerful 737 pounds per foot of torque. However, the car is slowed by the 1,200 kilograms battery pack. Even a full carbon fiber monocoque can't compensate for such a disadvantage. So the 3.9 second 0 to 60 miles per hour time is about as excellent as it gets. And it was always going to be electronically limited to 155 miles per hour on paper to honor a long-standing agreement between Mercedes, Audi, and BMW. Mercedes introduced the car to the market in 2014, and it's a testament to how far technology has progressed in only a few years. With a 400V forerunner to the supercharger, this car took 3 hours to charge. It weighed 4,650 pounds, 1,230 pounds more than the gasoline counterpart, and had a range of only 155 miles. Nonetheless, Mercedes was courageous enough to go public with this car and put it on the market at a time when Audi teased us with our 8 e-Tron ideas and BMW could only provide hybrids. It was difficult to use, heavy, and costly. However, the SLS electric drive was a pioneer in its own right, and it merits a place in history. Number 4 Genovation GXE Price: $750,000. Give Genovation GXE $750,000 in crisp bills, and they'll give you one of the world's quickest street-legal electric automobiles. Because they're the same item, they'll likewise give you a refurbished Corvette Z06C6. At Cape Canaveral's Space Shuttle Landing Facility, the Genovation GXE clocked in at 205.6 miles per hour. Rimac, or even Tesla, if it wants to crank up the wick on the P100D, will most likely break that record in the near future. But for the time being, this automobile has the upper hand. The GXE has 2 electric motors, each having a capacity of 250 kilowatts. That translates to 602 pounds per foot of torque and 660 horsepower from a standstill. It's rear-wheel drive and was built to achieve a specific aim, but despite the extra weight, the team was keen to make it a true sports car. The weight distribution is 50-50 front/rear, and the car will shortly be taken to Germany's Nürburgring to demonstrate its handling abilities. Under typical conditions, the GXE has a range of 130 kilometers. That's sufficient, but you must make provisions for this vehicle. It isn't a Tesla, by the way. Number 3 Rimac Nevera Price: $2.5 million. The production version of Rimac's C2 electric supercar has been presented. The Croatian electric speed demon, now known as the Rimac Nevera, can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 1.85 seconds and reach a top speed of 258 miles per hour, 415 kilometers per hour. It will have a range of about 300 miles, 483 kilometers, and can charge from 0% to 80% in about 19 minutes. The production version of the electric supercar, which was first unveiled as a concept vehicle in 2018, features a quad-motor arrangement with a total output of 1.4 megawatts, 1,914 horsepower. To manage such power, the automaker developed an all-wheel vectoring system that also functions as a traction control and electronic stability system. To enhance the occupant's driving style, the system does over 100 computations each second. The Nevera also has 13 cameras, 12 ultrasonic sensors, and 6 radar sensors, which are largely used by the vehicle's AI driving coach to assist the driver in difficult situations. The Super EV also has a monocoque carbon fiber body that also acts as the enclosure for its H-shaped battery pack. Such integration contributes to the overall setup's rigidity and low center of gravity. Inside, the dashboard will be dominated by 3 screens: a driver display, a passenger display, and a horizontal center console. Only 150 units are expected to leave Rimac's production line, according to the company. Because of the manufacturer's customization possibilities, there's a considerable chance that no two units will be identical when they're delivered to buyers. Number 2. Pininfarina Battista price, $2.6 million. The Italian-built, all-electric Pininfarina Battista supercar will be the next electric supercar to rival the Rimac Nevera and the Aspark Owl. The Battista's stats are equally astounding, with electric motors producing 1,900 horsepower. It has 1,649 lb-ft of torque, which allows it to accelerate from a standstill to 62 miles per hour, 100 kilometers per hour, in under 2 seconds. It has a top speed of 218 miles per hour, 350 kilometers per hour. The Battista will be equipped with a 120 kilowatt-hour battery pack that will let it to travel 311 miles, 500 kilometers, on a single charge. The electric powertrain will share some DNA with Rimac Nevera, although the Italian company has already stated that the two electric supercars will have substantial technical differences. The Battista has a long tradition of superb automotive design, and despite having electric motors and low-mounted batteries, it has the classic appearance of a mid-engine supercar. The Battista will be produced in a limited quantity of 150 units. Automobili Pininfarina, on the other hand, has hinted that 3 additional electric vehicles will be produced in the following 5 years. Number 1. Aspark Owl price, $3.6 million. The Aspark Owl is the only other electric beast capable of challenging the Rimac Nevera. Aside from the higher price tag, the Osaka, Japan-based carmaker's Halo product is ready to rumble with power put on all 4 corners. The electric motor's aggregate power is 1,985 HP, with 1,475 lb-ft of torque available right away. The Aspark Owl has a top speed of 249 miles per hour and can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in 1.72 seconds, 450 kilometers. When the Owl set this record at the Misano World Circuit in Italy in October 2020, it became the world's fastest accelerating automobile on a 1-foot rollout. The 65 kilowatt-hour battery pack of the electric supercar designed by Manufactura Automobili Torino, MAT, for Aspark can provide a range of 280 miles, 450 kilometers, on a single charge. The Owl has a combative stance with powerful curves that resemble a cross between Pininfarina, Lotus, and Ferrari. The vehicle's carbon fiber monocoque body is low to the ground, with a ground clearance of barely 6.3 inches, 16 centimeters, and a height of 38.97 inches, 99 centimeters. Only 50 Owls will be produced by Aspark, with 20 going to Europe, 20 to Asia, and 10 to the United States.